WeatherScope is sponsored by QuickTite Super Glue from Loctite. Stick with something simple, QuickTite.
This is WeatherScope.
You'll be seeing more rain today across the east from a slow-moving storm system. And today, the heaviest rains will be falling across the mid-Atlantic and also parts of the northeast, and the winds will also be gusty. Good morning, I'm Cheryl Lemke.
And I'm Rick Griffin. Thanks for tuning in. You know, yesterday, the same system brought locally heavy rain to the southeast, and parts of that region are still seeing a little bit of shower activity from the low-pressure area this morning. In fact, as we go to Atlanta, light showers will dampen parts of the metro area this morning. Now, yesterday, it was steady rain that fell early in the day, making for one wet rush hour and some slow and go conditions. It was chilly in Atlanta yesterday as well. The high never got out of the 40s officially. Now, it will be a little less chilly today, mid-50s, but that's still well below the normal high, the average high, which was about 65 or 66 degrees. Right now, most of the Atlanta metro area not seeing much in the way of significant precipitation, but notice on the south side, right down around Hartsfield Airport, there is a little light rain. Another pocket of rain in northwest Georgia affecting Cartersville and Rome, and it is drifting southeast with a main upper level low and probably will affect the Atlanta metro area as the morning unfolds. Additional precipitation down near the Savannah River and close to the coast of Georgia. That rain is locally heavy in southeast Georgia at the moment. It's also a bit wet in East Tennessee, and there still are a few snow flurries falling atop the highest mountains in western North Carolina and East Tennessee, like on top of Mount Mitchell, which is the highest summit east of the Rockies at about 6,600 feet. In Florida, band of showers coming through. And this line of showers and storms due to a cold front, which is slicing now out of the eastern Gulf of Mexico into the Sunshine State. And just in advance of the front, there is a narrow line of showers. By the way, and thunderstorms, I should mention, but at the moment they are not severe. However, that's not entirely out of the question, so we'll keep you up to date frequently this morning. Behind the low, the air gradually dries out, and it's been dry and clear overnight in Dallas. It's 38 officially, but some of the outlying areas outside the Metroplex are down to 33 or 34, some of the first frost of the season. It's 51 by comparison in New Orleans, 40s in Atlanta, Raleigh, Durham, mid-60s in Tampa, Orlando, and Miami. Look at Charleston, one of the cold spots, but it's 50 in New York City. The wind is picking up, the moisture is coming in. It's not raining significantly in New York City now, but there's a much heavier shield of precipitation west of you that will be enveloping the entire northeast as the day unfolds. By the way, there's been some locally heavy rain in southwest Pennsylvania, and you folks in Fayette County are under a flash flood warning. And another interesting feature is the fact that there's a little snow mixed with the rain at Johnstown Airport in Pennsylvania. Wind, too, will be a concern. In fact, the water may pile up due to the strong winds, and because of that, there's a coastal flood watch for Long Island Sound for this afternoon. Cheryl.
You'll be enjoying another day of above-average temperatures across most of the Rockies and Plains today. But the unseasonably warm weather will soon be replaced over the next couple of days by a blast of cold air from Canada. Meanwhile, in the Pacific Northwest, a disturbance will continue to give you showers. And you could see some light showers today in Seattle. Yesterday, you had light rain on and off for most of the day. And temperatures yesterday were also above average for this time of the year. Highs were topping off in the upper 50s, normal highs, though, in the lower 50s. Today, we'll see more seasonable readings with highs in the low to mid 50s. And you can most definitely tell that it's an El Nino year. With these warming sea surface temperatures in the Pacific, it's been a breeding ground for low-pressure systems. And we've got a series of storm systems right now kind of brewing and developing out across the Pacific. And this does not bode well for those of you in the West, as you'll be setting yourselves up for a series of storm systems as we go through the next several days or so. Well, right now the weather is very unsettled for the West. We have one low-pressure system scooting across eastern Montana, a secondary front, though, dropping down from Canada, and then another low-pressure area, though, dropping from the Pacific Northwest and working across the Great Basin. And this morning, widespread rains continue around Washington and Oregon. Scattered showers, too, clipping across northern sections of California. So grab the umbrellas this morning. They'll come in handy. Right now, some rain for Seattle, Tacoma, and Olympia, Washington. Rain lifting up towards the Puget Sound area. And more scattered showers, too, for Portland and Salem. Be really careful this morning. Interstate 5 and Highway 101. Very, very wet and slippery. And then as far as temperatures are concerned, well, we'll have some big changes developing for the next couple of days. Yesterday, though, record warmth across the northern Rockies. Highs were in the 60s and 70s. Incredibly mild for Denver with a high of 64 degrees yesterday. Enjoy it, though, because big changes will be brewing for the next few days as that colder air from Canada will eventually rush southward. Currently, though, it's 37 for Cut Bank, 35 for Billings, and about 38 for Denver. You'll need the winter coats this morning. 48, though, for Salt Lake City, and cool 50s, though, around Seattle and Portland. And across the Midwest, here, too, some nippy readings with 30s and 40s. What about the next 24 hours or so? One of our main features is the east, where we watch this low pressure area deepening and intensifying. The low will start to ride up the coast. And as Rick was mentioning already,